Hello class. In this video, we're going to do another example of adding and subtracting rational expressions, and this is the problem we're going to be solving. Now, in order to add or subtract rational expressions, the first thing we always have to do first is to find a common denominator. How we're going to do that is we're going to use the process of least common multiples to do that. So we're going to take this polynomial and we're going to factor it. We're going to take this polynomial, this monomial, and factor that also. So 3x squared plus 12x. Okay, if I was to factor that, what I'm going to get is I'm going to use greatest common factor to actually factor this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for greatest common factor between 3 and 12, and that is the number 3. And between x squared and x is just the x. So 3x is my greatest common factor between this term and this term. Now we're going to have to write what's left. What's left is if I take this term, 3x squared divided by 3x, and I'm going to be left with x plus 12x divided by 3x is going to be 4. Alright, so now these are the factors. 3x, x plus 4 are the factors that I've broken it down to for this polynomial. Now what about 2x? Well, that's very simple to do because it's not a complex polynomial. So here it's just 2 and x. Now what we have to do next to find our least common multiple, which actually becomes our least common denominator, or the common denominator we're going to need for this particular problem. Okay, let's just call it LCD at this point. All right, least common denominator is we'll have to take all of the factors that we found for both of these terms right here, right, and represent each of the factors at least once, and with the highest power. Now all of the powers here is 1, so there's no need for that, but we can represent each of the factors at least once. So here we've got a 2. We write that down one time. We got a 3. We write that down one time. And then we got an x and an x, but once again, we only need to represent it one time. Okay? And then we've got an x plus 4. So that needs to be written one time. Okay? Anything in parentheses, consider it as one factor. Okay? So now that we've got this, okay, our least common denominator, if we multiply 2 times 3 times x, we'll get 6x and x plus 4. Alright? So now that we found our common denominator, which is going to be this, let's go ahead and rewrite our fraction so we have our new denominator under it. Alright? So here we go. We got that. It's going to be 6x, x plus 4, 6x, x plus 4. Okay? Alright? And then we're going to have to find, because we have new denominators, we have to find a new numerators. Okay, now to find the new numerators, what we have to do is, let's do it for this one right here, for this term. Alright, to find a new numerator, what we have to do is we have to take the new denominator, which is that, okay, divided by the old denominator, which is this right here, which is 3x squared plus 12x. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. It's going to be 6x, x plus 4, divided by, and we're going to write this in its factored form, which is 3x, x plus 4. Okay? Alright? So here we go. Now, so here's what's going on, just to catch you up. Alright? To get a new numerator, we have to take the old numerator, which is 2, and multiply it by some number. Okay? The number that goes here, okay, is the division of your old denominator divided by your new is the division of your old or your new denominator divided by your old denominator. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. So if you were to solve this, the x's cancel, the x plus 4 cancels, we got 6 divided by 3, so this is equals to 2. That's the number that goes here. Alright, so that's how we find the new numerator, at least partially anyway. Alright, so now let's find the new numerator for this second term. Alright, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take the old numerator, which is 8, alright, multiplied by some number. Okay, let me erase this now. Now, what do we give a some number here? We have to take the new denominator divided by the old denominator. Okay? And whatever answer we get, we put inside the parentheses. Alright, so it should be 6x, x plus 4, divided by 2x. Alright, so let's go ahead and divide that. That cancels. 6 divided by 2 is just 3, right? So what we get is 3, so it'll be 3x and I just multiply the 3 plus 12. So we get 3x plus 12. Okay? Alright? So now that we got that, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Let's go ahead and try to finish off the problem. Now that we got this, okay, let's go ahead and multiply these 2 times 2. We get 4 here, all over. This is all 6x, x plus 4. Since they have a common denominator, we only need to write it once. So here we've got 4, and then it's going to be plus 24x. It's going to be plus 96. Okay? Now I got 24x by multiplying this, 96 by multiplying that. Alright? And that 4 came from 2 times 2 up here. Okay? So now that we got that, what we're going to do with the numerator is combine all the like terms in the numerator. So let's do that. The only like terms in the numerator is 4 and 96. So my answer on the top is going to be 24x plus 96 divided by 6x x plus 4. Now am I done? Well, maybe, but I'm going to simplify the top part. I'm going to factor it just to see if I can cancel any of the factors up top with the factors on the bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So, what does 24 and 96, I'm sorry, did I say 96? This needs to be 100. Sorry. 96 plus 4 is 100. What does 24 and 100 have in common? Well, 24 and 100 has, look like they both got 4 in common, right? So it'll be 4. We'll take a 4 out of this one and a 4 out of this one. And then we'll take so it'll be, what's left will be 6x plus 25. Alright? So all I do is take the GCF between this and this, which is 4, and then divide 24x by 4 to get 6x, divide 100 by 4 to get 25. Alright? Okay, so now I've got 6x down here, and x plus 4 down here, right? Okay. So what do we do next? Well, the only thing that can be reduced are these numbers, the 4 and the 6. Can I see that? So that'll be 4 over 6 reduced is going to be 2 over 3 basically. And I still have the 6x up top right here plus 25. And then I got, I got the x still here, that's that x, and x plus 4. Okay? Now technically this is my answer because I basically simplified it as much as I can, but sometimes, you know, depending on who's giving the answers, they might actually multiply this, you know, and this, and multiply this together. So what I do is I'll multiply the numerator, okay, to get 12x plus 50 all over, and then this would be 3x squared plus 4x 12x, sorry. Okay, so you know this could be your answer, or this could be your answer, or a combination of this numerator, this denominator, or this numerator, this denominator. Okay, so whatever your answer is given, just check and see what you got, if it's a multiple choice or not. All right, that's it.